The other thing about the auction, there was a 63 Corvair Monza convertible with a factory 140 with a turbo on it, factory turbo. Mostly restored too, great shape. So, I mean, if I would have been watching this auction, I would have really been aggressive about getting all those cars. I would have got the 63 Monza convertible Corvair.
This is a leftover video from when I first went to the auction, but I had to add it because it was just so incredible seeing all these cars. So I'll try to tell the story. It was pretty incredible for me about this Corvair. I went to get the red Mustang, and if you watched the last video, the guy that ran the forklift and put the Mustang up on the trailer for me was the owner of all these cars. And when he checked my bill of sales, or bill of sale for the red Mustang, he saw that I also bought the blue Corvair, and he said, "Why didn't you buy the white Spyder?" And I told him that I was bidding online, and since it didn't have an engine for sure, I didn't want to buy it. He told me that, well, it did have an engine. It was sitting on the ground in front of it. If you were on site, you would have seen it. So I was kind of bummed out. I said, yeah, that's too bad. I would have loved to have had that car. He said, well, I have it. He said he just couldn't stand to see it go for such a low price, and so he bought it back, and he asked if I wanted it, and I said, oh my God, I really do. So can't believe it, but I ended up buying the thing.
Well, we made it back out to the farm. It's been snowing and cold out here, so we're not sure how much longer we're going to be able to keep coming out, because we're staying in our tiny house on wheels. Naughty likes it because it's nice and cold, but you can see some of the snow left over. The flies are thick, and I had a window open last night, which didn't help, but it was a little bit cold sleeping. We're gonna we'll be here tonight, see how it goes, and then might be the last time out for Molly this winter. I'll probably come out another time or two, but I wanted to show you my new car. I was gonna say Pride, but I was pretty excited about it. It's a 1963 Spyder. I gotta do some more research, but the way I understand it is the first American car to be turbocharged, which to me is just super cool. This badge right here was worth what I paid for it, in my opinion. It's in relatively good shape. There's the engine on the front seat. Look at that radio with the Chevrolet on it. Oh my God, I can't wait to get this thing going. Look at the interior. Listen to that door. I mean, it's beautiful. I'm so excited. Convertible. I mean, it's in great shape. I don't know what's going on with the engine, but I went to that auction. Well, I didn't go to the auction. I was online, and I bid on the other 60. Well, they said it was a 67. It's obviously not, but I think it's a 63 as well. But somewhere between 60 and 64 Corvair Monza. I don't know if they're all Monzas. Also the 65 Mustang. I was planning on getting two cars, and I decided not to bid on this one because it said it had an engine, but they couldn't find it, and so I didn't want to mess with it. And I mean, crazily enough, one of the main reasons I didn't want to bid on it is because, I don't know if it's open, That dash to me didn't look stock. I thought someone replaced it, but I think it is stock. It says 67,000 miles, so 67,000 original miles. There's just engine parts everywhere. There's a pulley laying under there. God. There's the other 3 hubcaps. I think everything's here. So this taillight's cracked out too. That bums me out. It's almost like a separate piece. I wonder if it's laying inside. No, I can see it's broken. Original tag from the dealership, I guess. Griffith, I'll have to look them up. Griffith, Denver. So, anyways, I'll go back her in, get it off the trailer. See how this goes. Good morning. It's a cold day out here. Well, chilly day. Not too bad, but it's in the 40s, and it was warmer when we got out of bed, and now it's cold enough to where I need to dress a little bit warmer. So I haven't looked at the video when I unloaded the Corvair from the trailer, but the GoPro died, which is a common theme for me. Molly was instrumental in successfully unloading it and had some wonderful ideas for me, so I'm going to give her some credit on that. It is nice having 2 brains trying to figure stuff out, and her brain is of higher proportion than mine, so 2 brains are better than 1, but her brain is way more than twice as good. So got it unloaded and spent some time taking all the stuff out of inside of the car, which would have been kind of good to video maybe, but GoPro was charging and I wanted to get it done. So here's what came out of it. And I couldn't figure out how to open the trunk, which is on the front of the car, obviously. So we'll do a tour of the car here in a second, but inside the car was the engine. That's half the engine. The other half is over here with the crank, fan shroud, and I think that sits up on top of the engine and pushes air down over the top. There's the oil sump I'm seeing, I think. So that's probably the bottom of the engine. Unfortunately, those bolts push through the interior of the seat, the front seat, which other than that, the interior is in really nice shape. I'll show you in a second. I think that car cover I figured out, I thought there was a sheet in there. But it's a car cover. It's got a bench for some bench cover seat for something else. I don't know. I wish I had a bench seat. It's actually a nice cover. I like those. Old Yeller, I want to have a bench in. Distributors down in there. This stuff came out of the other side. That stuff was all on the passenger side. And this stuff was on the other side. I think that might be a back window for it. I don't know what these are. I kind of don't think they go to the car, but we'll find out. There's weather stripping, chrome. Maybe that's for the windshield. I do have a windshield at home that was in there that I took out because the front windshield's cracked, or the windshield's cracked. The tires were in there for some reason. Chrome beauty rings. I don't know if that's for this car. I'm assuming that's the clutch plate or whatever, the flywheel. I don't know, whatever for the clutch. I have this really cool, which is, this dirt is all from the wind last night. Super Sport hubcap from something. I wish there was 4 of them, but and I wish that the car that those are originally on was in here too. Okay, so here's the Corvair. It's a beautiful car in my opinion. I don't know how this kind of stuff happens to a car without doing, oh, maybe it did have body damage and they fixed it. He said that this wear came from the car cover flapping in the wind. There's a few spots like that, but I just don't know how the chrome gets beat up like that without like body damage. Bumper straight. Let's walk around the car for a second. So it's a 63 Spyder. Tires are actually good, but this one's not holding air. It leaks through the valve stem, so I can fix that. But I'll have good tires on this thing, which is awesome. This one taillight got broken, which is a bummer, but I can probably find one of those. This is my favorite part of the car, this turbocharged, and I'm lucky I didn't lose it. Let's figured out how to get in here last night. Oh, here's the engine bay. Guess I had a stick to prop it up. I guess the battery is going to go there. Got some learning to do here, but those axles just come right through. So the wheels were, of course, really had no support. I thought they were going to fall out when I was pulling off the trailer. Back window's trashed. This had all that wiring and stuff laying in there, but man, it's in good shape, isn't it? It's got some hail damage. That window's busted out. Inside the car, first of all, one of my favorite things is, watch this. Beautiful. So the engine was sitting on the front seat and it poked through here, which is a bummer. And there's a little problem here. Other than that, the interior is in pretty good shape. I mean, the carpet might even be salvageable. That's a tough word. Look at the glove box, the radio, original radio's in here. Dash is a little rotten. Look at the top. It's not bad, honestly. These guys are in good shape. I've never seen a car, the steering wheel is pristine. Also look at the steering wheel, turbocharged. I love this car. Manual transmission. I don't know if you could get an automatic. Look at this interior though, man. Window cranks, ashtrays. No driveline hump because, no driveline. Oh, wait a second. Yeah. Doors shut so nice. Oh, it's a bummer about that. So, can't wait to start tinkering with this guy. Oh, there's a dent on the hood. Start seeing more as you have it, but with this one I'm seeing more good than bad. I had to watch a YouTube video on this yesterday. I could not figure out how to open the hood. And the guy that did the video was kind of like, if you're an idiot, this is how you do it. But I think if you just turn the key all the way, you know. So, how do I do this with the GoPro? Oh. Well, I'm still an idiot. Hold on. See that? I just didn't push it far enough. Let's try that again. Nice thing about GoPros, I can edit all that out. Maybe. Let's see if I can do it without being an idiot. So here's how you open a Corvair trunk, which is in the front. That's the first key. I was very careful not to say something stupid when I bought this car, like, oh, the engine's in the back? I didn't know that about these. Because they're like bugs. They're like nice bugs. Alright. First thing is you got to get the key in. And then just keep turning it. Ah, so easy. So in here is the rest of the engine, which I was afraid wasn't here. Here's the turbo. Here's a canister. I thought that was the turbo, but... Here's the turbo right here, I believe. Is it? I don't know. This is a fan, the cooling fan that goes on top of the engine. I was afraid the valve covers weren't going to be there. Here's the valve covers. Here's the push rods. They tore this thing apart. There's the flywheel. So, there's the cam. Exhaust. Looks like they got a new fuel pump. Maybe they need a fuel pump and they tore the engine apart trying to get it running. I don't know why they tore this thing apart. I don't know if I could have got it for the price I got it for if it wasn't torn apart, so maybe it's a good thing. Although I'd pay a couple $1,000 to not have to deal with putting the... That's not true. I'm excited to try to learn about this thing. Everything's in great shape. Look at the original spray coating on the trunk, and master cylinder looks great. I think that's the brake master cylinder. Or maybe it's a clutch master cylinder. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not seeing... I don't know how this all works. Maybe that's the transmission that's in the car. But then what do the axles tie to? I got some learning to do. There's the oil pump. I mean, the oil pump. And then the pickup screen is over there. I don't know where the oil pan is. It's a flat 6. Look at the hood though. Caution, this vehicle equipped with limited slip differential. Rear wheel may drive if in contact with ground, even though opposite wheel is raised. Do not run engine with vehicle on jack unless transmission is in neutral or park. Huh. So, C-Nader, it's not that unsafe. You just had to read the instructions. Jacking instructions. So the spare tire goes in the back with the engine? Oh, that's interesting. And hard to believe. Huh. Look, it looks like a brand new hood though, doesn't it? God, I can't believe I have this car. Let's look back here again. Just curious. So the spare tire sits right there. Oh, I see. That's what that's for. Huh. But that's nowhere to be found. Where did that go, guys? It's sitting in some guy's garage. He's like, oh, I should have probably sold that with the car. Golly, though. Look at this baby. All right. So that's it for now. Where will it be? This key goes in the ignition too, and it came with a title, so having a key is pretty key. Let's see what else. Where I keep my keys. All right. What else? I was going to say, where should we queue it up in the for the channel? Go back to my order. My plan. First thing, get tires and wheels for this thing so we can move it out of the staging area. Although I do love it sitting there because I'm starting to fall in love with this car. Alright, so I'm going to put air in the tire. Probably start wrapping up and getting out of here. Put the trailer in here. We might see if Molly wants to do it today. I might try to put the camper in here today too. So it's starting to fill up, so reserve your spot soon. Alright, let's move a car. Now I'll move all the engine parts and everything over next to it. Clean this stuff up and then put the car cover. I think I'll put the cover on it if that's the cover for it. And then, I remember my kids would tell a story when they were little. They would always, you just think they're done with their story, and then they would go for like 40 minutes like that. I loved it. All right, and then I don't know. All right. Oh, that's it for now. I'll see you guys soon.